I wish I had some boomers in here that could like defend themselves because y'all are like y'all getting whooped right now, man. Y'all are getting whooped. Like it's hard to defend being a boomer. Y'all, the greatest generation literally fought and died to build the world that you grew up in, where you had a plethora of siblings, and you know maybe you didn't. Uh, um, Maybe you didn't get all the toys you wanted. Maybe you didn't get to get um, all of the trinkets and the things that you saw other people have. But you know, you still had a family. You probably still, you know, most of the time the food was grown and cultivated with their own hands, so you couldn't complain about not having food. And that's another thing that the boomers started, where you would always hear Gen X talk about, man, we didn't have food growing up. We didn't have food growing up. That wasn't an issue with the greatest and silent generation because they knew how to grow crops. They knew how to raise cattle or pigs and chickens and you know, harvest meat, protein, and till the land and produce their own crops and all of that stuff. They knew how to do that. And you know, the boomers, they came out after the war. You know, wanted free love. They wanted no responsibility. They saw when they was at school and their parents were teaching them the history and stuff that they did. They're like, yo, we went out and fought for this, we did that. We, you know, civilized the world, we industrialized the world, we made the world more peaceful for you. They were like, I don't want to die for my beliefs like that generation did. I guess the saying, what's the saying where, you know, hard men create good times create soft men, and soft men create hard times. That's the greatest generation were the hard men. They created good times. Those good times ushered in the boomers, who were weak men, who created the hard times we live in today, who created the men that's gonna have to fix all their mistakes so we can have good times again, right? So luckily we're in the bad times of the weak men phase, and we're almost out of, you know, once these boomers finally give up the ghost and get out of Congress, then just go ahead and retire. Sell the house to BlackRock, okay? Sell it to them. Get the 200,000. You only paid, you know, 10, 20 grand for it. Get the 200,000 from them. You know, you already set it in motion where the corporation could own everything, so your grandkids and your kids will have nothing. You made sure that that happened. So my